Most people think everything changes after you make your first $10,000, but nothing changes because of money. Everything changes because of what you do every morning. So stop waiting for some magical moment and start fixing your routine right now, because if your mornings are trash, your life is trash. Simple. So let's go step by step and don't skip anything. Step 1, don't touch your phone for the first 30 minutes after waking up. Yeah, I know you want to check notifications, like your life depends on it. It doesn't. You're just addicted. So you wake up, you put the phone away, you go drink water, you sit down, no music, no scrolling, nothing. Just sit for 5 minutes in silence, and if you can't handle 5 minutes with your own thoughts, that's already your first problem. Fix it. Step 2, affirmations, but not cringe garbage. You write 3 real sentences that force you to act, not dream. Something like, I work on my future for 60 minutes every day no matter what. I don't waste mornings. I finish tasks even when I hate them. Then you read them out loud, clearly, not whispering like you're embarrassed. Because if you're embarrassed by your own goals, you're not serious. Step 3, visualization, but listen carefully. You don't imagine yourself rich, that's useless. You imagine yourself working when you don't want to, sitting at the desk while your brain screams to quit, ignoring your phone, finishing boring tasks, because that's what actually makes money, not dreams. So train your brain to accept the process, not just the result. Step 4, move your body for at least 5 to 10 minutes. I don't care what it is, push-ups, jumping, walking, just move. Because your body controls your energy. And if your energy is 0, your discipline is 0. And then you say, I'm lazy. No, you're just physically dead. Wake yourself up. Step 5, read 5 to 10 pages of something useful, not random nonsense. Something that improves how you think about money, work, or discipline. Because if you don't feed your brain, it will feed itself with garbage, and you already know what that looks like. Endless scrolling, no ideas, no progress. Step 6, writing, and this is where most people fail because it's boring. You take a piece of paper, not your phone, and you write exactly 3 tasks for today. Only 3, not 20, not a huge list to feel productive. Just 3 real tasks that actually move your life forward. And then you finish them no matter what. No excuses, no, I'll do it later. You finish them because discipline is not doing more. It's doing what you said you would do even when you don't feel like it. And here's the truth nobody likes. None of this is hard, it's just uncomfortable. And that's why almost nobody does it. They want motivation, they want excitement, they want shortcuts. But real progress is boring, repetitive, and honestly annoying. And that's exactly why it works. Because most people quit after 2 days. And then they go back to scrolling and complaining that nothing changes. While the few who keep doing these simple steps every morning slowly separate from everyone else. And then one day they make their first $10,000 and people say, wow, everything changed for him. No, nothing changed. He just stopped acting like a clown every morning and started acting like someone who actually wants to win. In general, it seems to everyone that I am always at work, but sometimes I like to rest for 2 weeks without doing anything. It is okay. Now let's move on. You fixed your morning, good. But if your daytime is still chaos, you're still broke. Simple. Money is made in the hours when you're supposed to be busy, not when you feel inspired. So now we go deeper into your daytime system. And this is where most people fail, because they think I work today, but in reality they just survive the day. So let's break it down step by step. Step 1. You start your workday with one high-value task. Not email, not messages, not checking things. One task that directly builds skill or makes money. And you give it a full 60 minutes of focus. No phone, no switching tabs, no background videos. If you touch your phone, you restart the timer. Yes, it's annoying. That's the point. Because right now your brain is addicted to distraction. And you need to break that. Step 2. Define what actually matters before you start. Most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they're working on useless things. So before your day begins, you decide exactly what moves your life forward. Not vague goals like be productive, but real actions like edit 1 video, send 10 offers, learn 1 skill for 60 minutes. If you don't define it, you will default to easy tasks. Step 3. Cut fake work immediately. Look at your current routine. How much of it is just you pretending to work? Refreshing pages, clicking random things, watching how to make money videos instead of making money. Be honest, at least half of your day is fake work, so delete it. If a task doesn't lead to progress, remove it. No emotional attachment. Step 4. Use strict time blocks. Split your day into 60 to 90 minute sessions. Each session has 1 task, not 3, not multitasking. Multitasking is just you being inefficient in multiple directions at the same time. 1 block, 1 goal, you finish it, then move. This builds momentum. Step 5. Controlled breaks and listen carefully. Breaks are not scrolling. Scrolling is not rest. It's more input. And your brain is already overloaded. So after each block, take 10 to 15 minutes where you actually reset. Walk, stretch, drink water, look away from screens, let your brain cool down, then go back. Step 6. Track output like a machine, not feelings. At the end of each block, you write what you completed, not how hard it felt, not how long you sat. What did you actually finish? If the answer is nothing, you didn't work, you just existed at your desk. And that's a harsh truth most people avoid. Step 7. Eliminate distractions aggressively. Not I'll try to focus. No, you remove the problem. Phone goes to another room, notifications off, those unnecessary tabs closed. If something steals your attention, it's gone because your attention is your most valuable asset and you're giving it away for free. Step 8. Do one uncomfortable action every single day. Something you don't want to do but know you should. Send that message, reach out to someone, start a project you've been avoiding. Because growth is always on the other side of discomfort. And if your day feels comfortable, you're not progressing. Step 9. Stop waiting for motivation, especially in the middle of the day when your energy drops. That's where discipline kicks in. You sit down and work even if you feel like garbage. Especially then, because that's what separates people who move forward from people who stay stuck. Step 10. Manage your energy like it's money. Notice what drains you. Useless conversations, negativity, random content, or bad food, and lack of movement. All of that kills your ability to act. And without action, you get nothing. So protect your energy. Step 11. Use a reset block when you feel stuck in the day. Instead of quitting your day, take 10 minutes, stand up, move, breathe, clear your head, and come back and do a smaller version of your task. Don't let one bad moment destroy the whole day. Step 12. Build consistency over intensity. Don't try to be perfect for one day and then collapse for 3 days. Show up every day, even if it's not perfect. Because consistency is what builds results, not random bursts of motivation. Step 13. Limit input during the day. Stop feeding your brain constant information. You don't need more ideas, you need more execution. So reduce videos, reduce scrolling, reduce noise, focus on doing. Step 14. Create a simple rule. Work first, everything else later, not the other way around. You don't earn your relaxation before you do the work, you earn it after. Step 15. Finish your workday with intention, not collapse. You sit down for 5 minutes, review what you did, check if you completed your main tasks, and then write down the top 3 tasks for tomorrow so you don't wake up lost. And here's the truth nobody likes. The system is not hard. It's just structured and repetitive. And people hate repetition. But repetition is exactly what creates results. And that's why most people never see progress. They keep changing strategies, chasing new ideas, looking for shortcuts. While the few who stick to a simple structured day keep moving forward slowly, but consistently. And then one day it looks like everything changed for them, but it didn't. They just stopped wasting their days and started using them properly. The main thing is to apply all these tips, not just listen. You already structured your main work blocks good, but most people still lose the day in the middle, so now we fix the second half of your daytime, where everything usually collapses. Step 16. Control your food and energy spice. You eat trash, you feel like trash, and then you say, I have no motivation. No, you just crashed your own system. So simple rule. Light food during the day, no heavy meals that make you sleepy, eat to function, not to feel comfort. Step 17. Set a hard midday reset. Around the middle of your day, you stop everything for 10 minutes. No phone, no talking, just sit or walk. Let your brain reset, because without a reset, your second half of the day becomes useless. Step 18. Protect your second work block like it's the first. Most people start strong and finish weak. You do the opposite. You treat your second block with the same seriousness. Same rules, same focus, same discipline. Because real progress is built when you're already tired. Step 19. Use a minimum action rule. On low energy days, you don't quit. You do the smallest version of your task. Instead of 60 minutes, do 20. Instead of full work, do half. But you don't break the chain, because breaking the chain is what destroys progress. Step 20. Stop reacting instantly. Messages, notifications, random tasks, you don't respond immediately. You batch response 2 to 3 times per day, but this gives you control over your time, not other people. Step 21. Set a daily creation output. Every day you must create something. A video, a script, a page, a design, anything. Because consumption doesn't make money, creation does. And if you don't create data, you're not moving forward. Step 22. Build a simple scoring system. At the end of the day, you rate yourself from 1 to 10 based on execution. Not effort, not mood, execution. This builds awareness, and awareness fixes behavior. Step 23. Remove decision fatigue. You don't decide what to do every hour. You already decided the day before. During the day, you just execute. Thinking is done, action remains. Step 24. Limit social interaction during work hours, not forever, just doing work. Because talking drains focus, and most conversations don't move your life forward. Step 25. Use deadlines inside the day, not just I'll do it today. No. I finished this before 1400. This creates pressure, and pressure creates action. Step 26. Accept boredom as part of the process. If your work feels boring, good. That means it's real. Exciting work is rare. Boring work builds results. Step 27. Catch yourself drifting. The moment you notice you're wasting time, you stop immediately and return to the task. No, just 1 more minute. That's how hours is here. Step 28. Keep your environment stable. Same place, same setup, same tools. Because consistency in environment reduces resistance. Less thinking, more doing. Step 29. Use a no restart rule. If your day goes bad, you don't restart tomorrow. You fix it today, even with 1 action. Because waiting resets your discipline. Step 30. End the workday with a clear shutdown, not random ending. You finish your last task, you close everything, and you mentally mark the day as done. This prevents you from drifting into useless activity. And here's the truth most people ignore. Winning the day is not about doing something crazy, it's about not losing control. Because the moment you lose control of your time, your focus, and your actions, everything else follows. And if you repeat that every day, nothing changes. But if you hold control, even imperfectly day after day, you build something most people never get. Consistent progress. And that's where the real difference starts. Now it will smoothly move on to the evening. The most interesting and relaxing part. Your day is not finished when you stop working, it's finished when you prepare the next one properly. And this is where most people destroy their progress without even noticing. So now we build your evening system step by step. And don't skip it, because weak evenings create weak mornings. Step 1. Create a hard cut between work and evening. When your work is done, it's done. No random checking, no half working, no just one more thing. You close everything and mentally switch modes. Because if you don't separate it, your brain never resets. Step 2. Do a short physical reset, not a workout, just something to release tension. Walk, stretch, move. Your body has been sitting all day. If you don't reset it, your sleep will be garbage. Step 3. Dump everything from your head onto paper, not your phone. Paper. Write all thoughts, tasks, worries, everything. Because if it stays in your head, it will follow you into the night, and then you wonder why you can't relax. Step 4. Plan tomorrow clearly but simply, not a huge list, just 3 main tasks and a rough structure. Morning work, focus, that's it. If you overplan, you won't follow it. Keep it simple. Step 5. Decide your wake up time now, not in the morning. If you don't decide it at night, you will negotiate with yourself when you wake up, and you will lose that negotiation. Step 6. Set a no input window before sleep, at least 30 minutes. No videos, no scrolling, no random content. Because what you consume at night becomes your thoughts in the morning, and most people fill their brain with trash before sleeping, then expect clarity the next day. Doesn't work. Step 7. Replace input with reflection. Ask yourself 3 questions. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? What will I fix tomorrow? Short answers, honest answers. This builds awareness, and awareness builds control. Step 8. Control your environment for sleep. Dark room, no noise, no phone next to your head. If your phone is your alarm, put it far from you, because the first thing you touch in the morning should not be your screen. Step 9. Go to sleep at a consistent time, not when you feel tired. Same time every day. Because discipline in sleep creates discipline in everything else. Step 10. Accept that you won't feel productive at night. Evening is not for building your future, it's for protecting your ability to build tomorrow. That's the difference. Step 11. Avoid late decisions. Don't make important choices at night. Your brain is tired. You will choose comfort, not logic. Leave decisions for the morning. Step 12. Reduce stimulation. No intense content. No drama. No arguments. Keep your brain calm, because overstimulation kills recovery. Step 13. Build a simple repeatable routine. Same actions every night, so your brain stops resisting. When something is familiar, it becomes automatic. And automatic beats motivation. Step 14. Respect the shutdown. Once your evening routine starts, you don't go back to work. Not even for 5 minutes, because that breaks the system. And broken systems don't produce results. Step 15. Understand the real goal. The evening is not about being productive. It's about making tomorrow easier. And easier mornings create better days, and better days create results. And here's the truth. Most people try to fix their life in one big action, but it doesn't work like that. It's small controlled actions repeated every day. Morning gives you direction, daytime gives you progress, evening protects both. Remove one part and everything collapses. Now, it will smoothly move on to the evening, the most interesting and relaxing part. Most people lose everything in the last hours of the day and don't even notice it. Not because they are lazy, but because they drift, they stop thinking, they go on autopilot, and that's exactly why nothing changes. So now we lock in the final part of your day and turn it into a system that actually compounds. Step 16. Build a personal scoreboard for the day, not in your head, on paper. You write down what you planned and what you actually did, and you mark it brutally honest, done or not done. No excuses, because if you lie here, you destroy the whole system. Step 17. Measure your consistency streak, how many days in a row you followed your structure. Not perfectly, but followed it. And the only goal is simple. Don't break the chain. Because once you break it, your brain goes back to old habits instantly. Step 18. Identify one mistake from the day and define a correction, not 10 mistakes, not overthinking. Just one clear mistake and one clear fix for tomorrow. Because improvement doesn't come from thinking more. It comes from adjusting small things consistently. Step 19. Set a rule for tomorrow that increases difficulty slightly, not dramatically. Just a small upgrade, maybe 10 more minutes of focus, one extra action, one harder task. Because growth only happens when you push the limit a little further every day. Step 20. Create a shutdown phrase, something simple you say out loud when your day is over, like day complete or anything that signals your brain to stop. Sounds stupid, but it works. Because your brain needs clear signals, not vague endings. Step 21. Remove all unfinished tension. If something is bothering you, write the next action for it. Not the whole problem, just the next step. This clears mental pressure and prevents it from leaking into the next day. Step 22. Separate your identity from your results. You are not your bad day. You are not your missed task. You are the system you follow. And one bad day doesn't matter unless you let it repeat. Step 23. Visualize tomorrow as a sequence, not a dream. You mentally walk through your next day, step by step. Wake up, start, work, finish, simple, clear, controlled. Because your brain performs better on things it has already seen. Step 24. Accept that some days will feel useless even when you did everything right. Progress is not always visible, and if you expect immediate results, you will quit. So stop expecting and start repeating. Step 25. Commit to the process before sleep, not emotionally but logically. You already decided what to do. So you remove the option to negotiate tomorrow. No maybe, and no if I feel like it. It's already decided. Step 26. Detach from entertainment at the end of the day. Not completely but control it. You don't fall into it randomly, you choose it. Because uncontrolled consumption is what slowly destroys your discipline. Step 27. Build respect for your own system. If you don't take it seriously, you won't follow it. And if you don't follow it, nothing changes. Simple. Step 28. Understand the compounding effect. One good day means nothing. 5 days is small. 30 days changes your behavior. 90 days changes your identity. And that's where everything shifts. Not at $10,000, but at the moment you become consistent. Step 29. Stop looking for new methods. You already have enough. You don't need more information, you need repetition. And every time you jump to something new, you reset your progress. Step 30. End the day with control, not distraction, not escape, but awareness. Because awareness is what allows you to improve. And without it, you just repeat the same mistakes forever. And now here's the final truth. Nothing in this video is complicated. There is no secret, no hidden trick, no shortcut. It's just structure, control, and repetition. And that's exactly why almost nobody does it. Because it's not exciting, it's not fast, it's not easy, but it works. And if you actually follow all three parts, morning, day, and evening, consistently, not perfectly, but consistently, you don't just earn money. You become the type of person who can earn it again and again. And that's when everything really changes. Not when you hit a number, but when you change yourself. The main thing is, don't be afraid to apply these tips. That's the main thing. At this point, your evening is no longer just time that passes. It becomes the moment where your next day is either built or destroyed. And most people never realize that because they think progress happens only when they work. But real progress happens when you keep the system intact. So now we finish this properly and close the loop. Step 31. Accept that there is no perfect day. You will miss things, you will slip, you will feel off. And that's normal. What matters is that you return to the structure the same day, not tomorrow, not next week, because delay is how small problems become permanent habits. Step 32. Stop comparing your progress at night, especially when you're tired, because comparison at low energy leads to wrong conclusions. You either underestimate yourself or overestimate others. Both are useless. Your only job is to stay on your own path. Step 33. Build emotional neutrality, not hype, not depression, just neutral execution. Because emotions change every day, but your system should not. And the more neutral you become, the more stable your results become. Step 34. Understand that boredom is a signal you're doing real work, not a problem to escape. And if you run from boredom every evening, you will run from progress forever. Step 35. Let go of the need for instant reward. You don't need to feel successful today. You need to act like someone who will be successful later. And those are two very different things. Step 36. Recognize when your brain tries to negotiate. Just skip tomorrow, just relax more, just start later. And that voice is predictable. And because it's predictable, you can ignore it, you don't argue with it, you don't debate it, you just follow the plan you already set. Step 37. Build trust with yourself. Every time you say you will do something and actually do it, you increase that trust. And without that trust, no system will work, because you won't believe your own decisions. Step 38. Accept responsibility fully, not partially. Not it was a bad day, not I was tired. Everything comes back to your actions, and that's not negative, that's power. Because if it's your fault, you can fix it. Step 39. Stop waiting for a turning point. There is no moment where everything suddenly becomes easy. The only turning point is when you stop breaking your own structure. That's it. Nothing magical happens. Step 40. Realize that the number 10,000 means nothing by itself. It's just a result, and results are temporary if the system behind them is weak. So instead of chasing numbers, you build a system that produces them again and again. Step 41. Lock in the identity. Not I am trying to improve, but I execute daily. Small shift, big difference, because identity controls behavior and behavior controls outcomes. Step 42. close the day with certainty, not doubt. You already know what to do tomorrow. You already decided your actions. There is nothing left to figure out. So you go into the next day prepared, not guessing, and that alone puts you ahead of most people. And now here's the final point. If you followed everything in this video, not just listened but actually followed, your life is already different. Not because something external changed, but because your structure changed. And structure creates direction, direction creates action, action creates results, and results reinforce the system. And that loop keeps going. So when people look at someone and say, everything changed after he made money, they're wrong. Everything changed long before that, when that person stopped living randomly and started living with control. And if you do the same consistently, without looking for shortcuts, without quitting when it gets boring, you don't just reach a number, you become someone who can build anything. And that's the real point, not money, not motivation, but control. Because once you have control over your time, your actions and your decisions, everything else becomes a result, not a question. Thanks for watching, good luck and bye.